Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. Cincinnati go to work on ending what's become an 8-game skid. First pitch is next. Kyle Hendricks gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around and pitch better in this one here today.
So striding forward now, Nicholas Castellanos, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Line drive to center field. Almora's got it, and there is one away. And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, a lot of this offense runs through the Moose, Mike Moustakas. He's got 6 RBIs in this series already, so obviously he's had a huge impact on the last few games. Now they're hoping for more of the same from him, and as someone watching this game, so am I.
Into the box now, Nick Senzel. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. When facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Senzel brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise. You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
So up steps the former MVP Joey Votto. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be giving that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
Left side, but well foul. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. A run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
In now, Eugenio Suarez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Votto leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Didn't threaten the zone there. Looked like it might have actually popped out of his hand a little early.
Boy, it sure doesn't seem like they want to pitch to this guy right here. I get that, but it's just the first inning. Sometimes you have to compete and set the tone.
Ground ball foul down the left side. Now the 2-1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
1 out and a runner on second base. And it's fouled away. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Here's Baez to make the catch, and that becomes out number 2.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
So stepping in, Mike Moustakas. And now the Reds look to push more across the plate in the opening frame. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's gone 3 for 11. The set and the 1-1. Two out here and a runner at second. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hit back toward the mound. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And he misses there. 1-2.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
1-2. Here it is. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. From the stretch, the 1-2. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Still even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 2-2 pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Reds pick up a run on the RBI double by Joey Votto. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 1-0 Reds. Anthony DeSclafani gets the start for Cincinnati in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 1-0. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've had a pretty rough go of it of late, and that's being kind. They come in losers of 8 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to find any way to dig themselves out of this current losing streak, then they're going to have to downshift a little bit. Do the little things right. Play fundamentally sound. Play good defense. Turn double plays. Don't give the other team extra outs. And then somebody hit a gapper in a big spot and let everybody relax a little bit.
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. The windup and the 0-1. Strike two, swinging just out in front of the slider. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. One out, nobody on. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. This is on the ground over to first. Taken in by Votto. In time to first, and there are two away.
Batting first, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and with it comes Javi Baez to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike two. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Slow little roller to third. He's got it. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Second inning set to go, and up next the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a ball. Ball one, no strike.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Chris Bryant down at third base today, playing the hot corner. And he's a guy that can move around. The manager can put him in the outfield, but his home is at third base. He's got the arm to get it done, a strong arm. He can go behind the bag and make big-time plays, and the nice soft hands.
Standing in now, Tucker Barnhart, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 7 homers and 33 driven in. Hit out towards second, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking for right there, but he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
Into the box, Anthony DeSclafani, and they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. On to first, and there are 2 down. Nick Castellanos now. He hit the ball hard but lined out to start the ball game. Squared that one up just a little late. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Grounded to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. On to first, and it's dropped. And the inning will continue now as there are 2 on with 2 away.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, the pitcher was mentally in the dugout already. Now he's got to regroup and find a way to get out of this. Hard not to feel for the guy.
Digging in, Nick Senzel, and their runners at the corners now. First delivery to him on the way. Senzel is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that meanwhile this ball gets down, it's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Roll. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Two down, runners at first and second. Here it comes on 0-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
And Almora's got it. The side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 2 and the Cubs nothing. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Wilson Contreras.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
The windup and the 0-1.
Ball.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And now a pitch on the way.
Helpful.
David Bodie will be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Once again, a 3-2. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So coming to the plate, David Bodie. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. From the stretch. Hit down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. There's one. Over to Votto, and they're able to get them both.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. Outside.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball laid off well below the knees. The 2-0 on the way. Now a ground ball heading for the Gold Glover Votto at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. They're down 2-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Top of the third set to get underway, and into the batter's box next, a guy who's developed into one of the big-time power hitters in the league, Eugenio Suarez.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
And he fouls this one off. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hard on the ground towards short. There's Baez. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. So striding in, Mike Moustakas. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. Line drive to left. Contreras arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. And this throw gets away from him.
Now batting, number 44.
Stepping up now, Aristides Aquino. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. There's a breaking ball that he didn't quite get on top of. Runners on first with 1 down. Line hard to center field. Almora is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The batter, the shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
Striding into the box, Freddie Galvis. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey!
Oh and 1, here it comes. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2. A runner on first with 2 away. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Reds leave 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. With 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series, he's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks.
So two are gone now in the Cubs half of the third, and the pitcher Kyle Hendricks will be the next to bat. Now here's the pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Down go the Cubs on just 4 pitches. They're still down. It's 2-0. Now at the plate, Tucker Barnhart. He reached on a single in his first try.
The catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Pitch on the way. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. One and one to Tucker Barnhart.
1-1.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Drives it out to deep right center field. Back goes Hayward into the bleachers and gone. Solo shot to right center. 8th home run on the season for him as the Reds move out in front now 3-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Now batting,
To the plate now, Anthony DeSclafani. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
the left fielder of the team, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. A ball and no strikes. Count is even, 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for Cincinnati, the center fielder, Nick Senzel.
Now at the plate, Nick Senzel. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is off the corner and low. Ball 1. Hard hit ball to second. That's through, a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Ready for another shot now. Joey Votto. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Yeah, Matt, I think his only hope is to try to get out of this 4th inning and maybe try to regroup for the 5th. But this is 8 hits he's given up already, so he might even have trouble doing that.
So now to the plate, Eugenio Suarez. High chopper to third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Looking to minimize the damage here.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Ready with the 1-1. Down the left field line and deep, and that's going to land foul. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. One more for the Reds, and it comes on this home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-0 Cincinnati. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder, Albert Almora. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. And the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
Nope.
1-1. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies. So he'll reach base with one out here in the 4th, and with that, let's check out the league leaderboard in hits. And as you see, he's up near the top, currently tied for second in that category in the National League. And that brings up Javi Baez as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. A swing and a ground ball to third, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. No runs, just one hit, and 2 errors for the Cubs to this point in the contest. Hot shot down the line, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's seeing the ball so big, Matty. You see the confidence oozing off him in the box. He hasn't fished at anything in the last month or so. So I don't expect this to go away anytime soon.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. Runners are at first and second with one away. And that misses 1-1.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball two. He's set and the 2-2 pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Fouled away. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. There's ball four.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Now to the plate, David Bodie. First pitch on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
That's back-to-back sliders on the outside part of the plate. Now would be a good time to come in with that good hard stuff inside.
And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Bases are loaded with only one out. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
And now maybe a mind game or two going on down there as he steps out a second time in the AB. High in the air out to center field. Senzel backing up on it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. Throw won't get him.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade him out for a run anytime. Bases loaded and only one run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Stepping in, Victor Caratini. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes.
Yep, that ball went out.
A ball and a strike.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for the Cubs to this point in the contest. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. all ready to go in the top of the fifth. And up next, the former World Series hero, Mike Moustakas. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Ball one.
1-1.
The 1-1.
Ball 2.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Swung on and chopped up the middle, but that finds its way through for a base hit.
That's the cat and mouse of the game right there. You find yourself count leverage, you think you're getting a heater, he throws an off-speed pitch and you're still able to execute. That fires me up right there.
Stepping in now, Aristides Aquino. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
2 gone in the Cincinnati fifth. And up next, the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Chopped toward the second baseman. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. Last half of the fifth coming up. Reds out in front, 3-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Leading off.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Two and one.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Cubs right now, they're looking for base runners. Hey, they'd love to get a leadoff walk.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So this has been another fine outing for him this afternoon as we check out the league leaders in ERA. And as you see there, he finds himself in 6th place in the category in the National League. Digging in now, Ian Happ, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And that's off the scoreboard. What a blast. A solo home run here off the bat of Ian Happ. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Cubs have made this a 3-2 ball game.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
Steven Souza will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 21, Steven Souza Jr.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The windup and the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Albert Almora.
Back to the top of the order now, and in to bat next is Albert Almora. First pitch on its way, and no swing apparently. Ball 1. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Fouled off. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Hit high and deep to right center. Senzel backing up on it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cubbies draw a bit closer on the strength of this solo home run. Through 5 innings, it's now a 3-2 ball game.